and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Just had a little bit of a panic because the foot pod I'm trying to use is the wrong one connected on my watch. Hello everybody, if you are watching, we are doing another of my exciting 10 kilometre tests, so 10k in 1 hour. I'm just trying to get the foot pod connected to the watch. So let me just see if we've got a foot pod connected to the watch. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Searching, still searching. Unless. Okay, I might have to do something with my phone. Yes, I might have to do something with my phone. Bear with me a second while I do something with my phone. Now I've got to... Oh, this is annoying. What is the anti-D of this? Oh, right, Tim. I'm basically collecting 10K 1 hour data for like power. Basically, it's basically power. So Stryd, wind, old Stryd, and also for fun, I've got my original Stryd Pioneer heart rate strap on as well. So I keep running outside and indoors, doing 10 kilometers in exactly 1 hour. 10K on the treadmill, 10K outside. Sometimes 10K with GPS, sometimes 10K according to the Stryd distance, and measuring my heart rate, seeing if you can identify a difference in RPE through heart rate, and so far actually you can't. This heart rate is so variable that sometimes it'll be 130, sometimes 120, sometimes 115 over indoors or outdoors over a variety of different runs, variety of times of year. And so I'm just doing another one of these dull ass boring tests right now. I need to find the anti-D of this foot pod that I'm wearing. Is it 1463? Yes, it is. 1463. Oh, that doesn't ring a bell, 1463. No, that's this chest strap. Really? Hang on a minute, you can't connect it as a... No, you can't connect it. That's interesting. So this Stryd FootPod 1463 is actually the chest strap. You can't connect it as a speed source. It doesn't work as a speed source anyway. That's weird. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about that now. Okay, power. Here we go. Stryd Power 1463. That's one of them. Where is it? Why is it not working? Oh. I'm going to put it back on its charger to wake it up. Got it. 1-0. Oh no! It's detached. It woke up for 1 second and now it's... There we are. 10386. 10386. Okay, there we go. My run comes up as a power source for biking. Yeah. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? We should try that, shouldn't we? That'd be hilarious. I have run and used the Stryd FootPod whilst running to move my bike. I did a run up the Zwift, was it? When we were doing that runners versus riders race, I used the Stryd FootPod, and while I was running on one account, I was also cycling on another account using the Stryd FootPod. Right, so we need the chest strap. So there's the chest strap there. That's for power. Back to running. Right, let's start running 10K then. So we're going to run 10K. I'm going to time it on the watch and on Stryd and on Zwift. So let's go. And we're going to go at 10 kilometers an hour for 1 hour and see what power numbers and what heart rate we get at the end, and I shall add it to my list. Ryan Herring says, I've finally stopped faffing. Yeah, I have. I am now running. Only took me about 6 minutes of faffing around. So I will have 2 sets of power numbers and 2 heart rates. So I've got heart rate from the Phoenix 6 watch optical sensor. Yeah, Tim, go and do some work. I've got heart rate from the Phoenix 6 optical on my wrist and power from the old Stryd foot pod on my foot, and that's on the watch. And then I've got on Zwift, I've got heart rate from my old Stryd chest strap and power from my old Stryd chest strap as well. Richard Burrows, good morning to you. So exactly 1 hour. Oh, hang on a minute. You need some data to show on the screen. Hang on. Okay, there we go. So power according to my chest strap, I think. That's what you're getting. So on bottom right corner, 212 there. That's the power from my chest strap. So I'm wearing the very, very old, original Stryd Pioneer heart rate strap, which gave you heart rate and power before they developed the foot pod. Hello, James. James says, run on. Thank you, buddy. So just like yesterday's rather dull run, today's is going to be rather a dull run as well. And I'm not going to be talking too much either because that overinflates my heart rate. So, apologies for not chatting too much. But I want as natural a heart rate as possible for this 1 hour. Just 1 hour of running, so we'll be finished by 10 past 12. 8 minutes past 12. Okay, Ryan, no problem. Ryan says he'll have a look at Twitch when he's finished his ride. I promise you, Richard, I'll shut my big fat gob in a minute. Kenneth Scramstad. Ken, hello, buddy. You are awesome. You've just finished the entire Zwift Academy workouts, all of them. You've done the whole thing. Well done. Well, and the try one as well. Oh my goodness. So Kenneth has finished both the Zwift Academy try and the Zwift Academy run, all of the workouts. Amazing job. Right, I need to keep my heart rate low, so I am going to shut up for a couple of minutes now. I thought I saw try bike and run. I thought I saw that he'd finished everything. I saw a post on Facebook that said he'd finished it all. Maybe not. Tell us, Ken, if you... I thought you'd finished the whole run workout, the whole Zwift Academy Run. Andrew Cutmore, good morning.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. South Downs Way 100 cancelled. 6 months of training. Never mind. So we're running round Innsbruck today. Don't often run around Innsbruck, so I thought it'd be nice to do that today. Did London yesterday. Yes, okay, so Ken has finished the entire Zwift Academy Run. He has done that, yeah. And he's just started the try now. Okay, awesome. Right, 1 kilometre done, heart rate 111 beats per minute, and power looking about 210, something like that, 205 on my watch. So I'm doing 10 kilometres as dictated by the treadmill, so not as dictated by the Stryd foot pod. So my treadmill is connected directly to Zwift. So the power numbers you're seeing are from the Stryd chest strap, but the Stryd is not my speed source. Okay, Darren, I'm only going very slowly. I'm doing 10 kilometres in 1 hour. Exactly 10 kilometres in exactly 1 hour. Measuring my heart rate, measuring power from 2 different Stryd units, and I'm collecting lots of data over various runs, indoors and outdoors, to see what we can get.
Right on.
Thanks for the ride on, Fisher and Mura. So very easy Monday morning stroll. We'll do Monday Run Club tonight. Darren says he needs a few easy days. Yeah. Ricardo, thank you.
Jack it up.
Right on.
Tolna, thank you. Interesting surname of the runner in front of me. Sytsma. S-Y. Where's he gone now? S-Y-T-S-M-A from the USA.
Jack it up.
Two kilometres done, heart rate nice and low. Let's try and keep it there, shall we? Kyle Watts, hello buddy.
Nice.
Nice to hear from you. I hope you're good too, buddy. And T. Ali coming up behind us from the USA as well. One or two runners out on course today. So you can see there on the treadmill, I'm running at 10 kilometers per hour. So by the time we've done 60 minutes, we will have covered 10 kilometers, not 1 kilometer. I'm not worried about where I'm going today, so I'll just let the course choose itself. Quarter of the way through, 15 minutes gone, 45 to go. Still keeping the heart rate in zone 1, 2.5 kilometres.
Right on.
Jensen, thank you. Cheers, Richard. It's not exactly hard, to be honest. I don't feel like I'm, overstraining myself too much. Nice relaxed run on a Monday morning. I was going to do some video editing, but the video files are taking far too long to load onto my computer. So while they do that, I thought I'd have a run. Be nice if this was my 100-mile pace, Richard. I think it's a little bit faster than my 100-mile pace. Richard Burrows' 100-mile pace is around 8:40 to 9-minute miles. What am I doing then? Ryan Perring says your heart rate is so low, it's crazy. Well, do you know what? I'm quite pleased that it's this low because for a few runs before this, it's been a bit high. Well, I mean, for me, kind of well into the top of zone 2 and into zone, maybe a little bit into zone 3 sometimes on these kind of very slow runs. So yeah, I'm hoping I can keep it fairly low. We have just gone into zone 2 there. Okay, so I'm doing about 9:39 per mile. Yeah, I'd say my 100-mile pace. Well, hang on a minute. My best time for 100 miles is 22 hours, just over 22 hours. So, what's that? Is that 10-minute miling? $50 miles in 11 hours. 25 miles in 5.5 hours. 12.5 miles in 2 3/4 hours. Six hours 22 minutes, or 6 hours 6 miles. An hour and 22 minutes for 6 miles. I'm trying to do the maths in my head. It's definitely slower than this anyway. But I won't find that out anymore for a little while, will I now? I am trained up. I'm fit and ready to go for a sub 22 hour 100 miler. That's what I was aiming for South Downs Way 100 at the weekend. But now it's not going to happen, which is such a shame. There we are. Right, I'm just going to shut up again for 5 minutes just to get the heart rate down. Did you hear that, Ryan? I'm going to be quiet for 5 minutes, starting now.
Nice. Right on.
Thanks for giving my dad a ride on.
Right, is that 5 minutes yet? Ryan Perring's got his Three Sisters route badge, well done. Hello Vidar, sorry I didn't say hello. I promised Ryan Perring I would stay quiet for 5 minutes. I think I've done 5 minutes, it might have been 4 minutes. Anyway, Richard Burrows and Ryan Perring also pointed this out. 22 hours for 100 miles is 13 minutes and 12 seconds per mile. Per mile. Ryan Perring says my silence felt like forever. Yeah, so that is significantly slower than this, isn't it? 13:12 pace for a 22-hour 100 miler. Andrew Fisher says, do you know when the Zwift Academy Run Group Workout 4 will be scheduled? Thursday, Andrew. So, it's running from Thursday to Thursday. So there will be Workout 4 this coming Thursday. Vidar did 100 miles on the bike in 4 hours and 50 minutes, so that's 33 kilometers per hour average speed. And we are not far off halfway. Look how much my heart rate has gone up since I started talking again. And so I'm going to shut up for 1 minute.
Thanks for giving my dad a ride on.
Chris, thanks. So we're a little bit behind, 4, 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 7 seconds behind. 5k done in half an hour. That's just because when we started the run, it takes a few seconds for the treadmill to get up to speed. It's not like when you start running outside and you can immediately kick into speed. You have to wait for the treadmill to gradually speed up. So that's where we lost that time. But it's only 7 seconds. I might speed up a little bit just to make sure we finish dead on. What do you think? Watch is running about 50 seconds behind at the moment. So that's just ticked over to 5k there. Which is interesting because the foot pod I'm using is the old Stryd foot pod. And I tested it on the track the other day. And I did 10 kilometers on the track. And it came up 90 meters short. At the moment, it's running along. There's no winning, is there, with these things? But I was surprised at that track result because it is normal. The Stryd foot pods, the wind and the old Stryd are always slower. Hi, Sen. Well, sometimes I'm on even earlier than this, Sen. 9 o'clock in the morning UK time sometimes, doing a hill session. Andrew Fisher says previous workouts were already scheduled by now. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, well, maybe, hopefully they'll be put on later today or tomorrow. I don't know why they haven't scheduled them yet. Vidar says, what did you think of the Tri Academy Run? I thought it was a bit too easy. It said at one point during a cool down section, it said this should be your half marathon pace. Well, it was way slower than my half marathon pace. So I don't know what to make of it. I don't know whether my settings are wrong. I don't think they are. Or whether the workout, again, another workout has been programmed incorrectly. They do seem to keep setting these things, like writing them as though they're for 5k pace, but then linking them to your 10k pace. So I'm not sure what's going on there, really. TV guy, yeah, I think I got that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know when they'll be listed. I just hope that they are. They should be listed though. But if they're not in the Zwift companion app yet, you know, they must be soon, because I'm sure it starts on Thursday. Workout 4 on Thursday, I'm sure. Hello, camera 2. Trying to keep the heart rate in zone 1, nice and low. PH, thank you. Yeah, if you go to the Zwift.com website and go to events, it won't be listed there, because I think they only show events for the next 2 days or so. You need to be on the companion app, and that should show you events for weeks in advance. Right, we're just going to make up the time. So I've set this to go just a tad faster for the next couple of kilometres. So 10.1. So the average pace, the average speed should be 10 kilometres per hour. So when we finish in 1 hour, it should be 1 hour, not 1 hour and 20 seconds. So does that swerving give you a bit of a headache then, TV guy? Yeah, it can be a bit off-putting. There's 6 kilometres gone on my watch just there. So that's what? It's a minute behind on the watch. In the house, on Twitch. Anybody who wants to go and have a look at Twitch, do, because the quality is much better. We keep saying this now. People are discovering Twitch for its better video quality. So if you're watching on Facebook, quickly now nip over to the Zwift Run live channel on Twitch and see the difference in quality between Facebook and Twitch. Ryan says Twitch is where all the cool kids hang out these days. Right, I'm shutting up for a couple of minutes just to get the heart rate down again. Okay, there's kilometre 7 done. Still keeping the heart rate nice and low. Tina Beard says, hello, I keep missing these streams. Tina, it's probably because you've got something better in your life to do than watch me plodding out 10 kilometres on TV. TV guy says, yeah, he's not a fan of the swerving. We can add it to that very, 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 very long list of things that we want HQ to deal with. Yeah. Okay, so I've just sped it up just a little tiny bit to try and make sure that we do finish at 10 kilometres in exactly an hour. Because we lost about 6 or 7 seconds in the first kilometre just with the treadmill speeding up at the start of the run. I know it's nitpicking really, but we'll have a good idea when we get to 45 minutes. So in 2 minutes from now, it should tick over exactly 8 kilometres, I think, shouldn't it? No, 7.5 kilometres. It should tick over to 7.5 kilometres exactly in 45 minutes. So a minute and a half, 90 seconds from now. Heart rate crept up again there, look, talking. This is a 14% grade, this hill. Meters, 60 meters, 50 meters. 47, 48, it's going to be dead close, look at this, 49. Okay, I can bring it down, I think, that is dead on, isn't it? 7.5 kilometres in 45 minutes, 2.5 to go, so I can now bring it back down. We've made up the time there. I think, yes, it is the reverse Innsbruck, yeah. It's steeper than the other side. But I've never cycled up it, I have to say. Right, TV Guy has just gone and had a look at Twitch and does agree that the quality is better. But as is true for most people, to be honest, we live in the YouTube and Facebook world, don't we? So it's much easier. So unless you really, really care about the quality, most people will still watch on Facebook. Most people will watch after the event on YouTube. And yeah, very few will actually go to Twitch. And it is still really a gamer's platform. I know this is a game, but, you know, when we talk about games, we're talking about Fortnite and all those things. When you're streaming, that's the way you look at it. That Facebook is where you get your immediate live viewers. And YouTube is where you get people who follow up afterwards and watch the event on demand, as it were. Still 8%, 9% grade here. So not easy for the cyclists coming up here. I've got it flat, by the way. I'm not doing the grade. 12% grade now. Heart rate is good though. 115, 116. Briggs, thank you. Anyone who's joined the stream late, so I'm doing 10 kilometers in exactly 1 hour. It's part of data collection to test the Stryd foot pods and heart rate indoors and outdoors. So I'm doing 10k runs outdoors and 10k runs indoors at pretty much exactly the same pace, 10 kilometers per hour. Getting lots of those under my belt and seeing if we can see any patterns with heart rate. Looking at the power levels from different Stryd foot pods, seeing if they match up. Clive Finnemore is on Twitch and he has just left Zwiftland himself. Well done, Clive, whatever you did. Okay, heart rate was 118 for kilometre 8, so 2 kilometres left. And I'm just going to be quiet for 1 or 2 more minutes again, just to bring the heart rate back down into zone 1. It's so easy to get set up with Zwift running. Here's what you need. Firstly, access to a treadmill. It could be at home or at the gym, but any treadmill will work with Zwift. To get you moving in game, we need a speed source. Traditionally, we use a foot pod like the Zwift pod or the Stryd, but you can also use the Run Smart treadmill sensor, your Apple Watch, one of the newer Garmin watches, the TSS app, and if you have a smart treadmill, your treadmill will connect directly to Zwift without the need for another device. Now simply download the Zwift app onto a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, an Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. Finally, pair your speed source in the app. Pairing heart rate from your watch or a chest strap is also a great addition to Zwift. And that's it. You're all set up for solo runs, solo or group workouts, challenges and real-time racing on Zwift with people from all over the world.
Ride on!
Nine minutes to go. Richard, yes, I think so. 6:30 UK time, Group A for Monday Run Club tonight, yeah. Nice one, see you there. Notice the face on the right there, look. 2 eyes, nose, and the mouth is gushing water. Good view, that. Does anybody know, has he got a name? I don't know if he's got a name or not. Ryan says he's so far behind in the academy, but feel too dead to ever work hard in efforts. You need a bit of rest, buddy. Because the thing is, you do a lot of cycling as well, so it's tough to keep up that level. Which is why I kind of gave up triathlon, really. Too much hard work and too much time to do cycling, running and swimming training to a decent level. No worries, Darren. Thursday, I don't know, 6:30, 7:30, I'm quite happy. Not later than 7:30 and no earlier than 6. Oh, thanks for that, TV guy. So Eric Min has done an interview with Triathlon Taran. You might not know Triathlon Taran, but he's a YouTuber. Lots of subscribers. And over in America, and he's done an interview with Eric Min. Yeah. Well, run slow then, Ryan. Do what I do. Do the majority of your running really slowly. And then you're able to fit in more. Okay, 5 minutes to go. Less than 5 minutes. And we'll be done for this session. And we'll be back on tonight, 6:30 for Monday Run Club.
Thanks for giving my dad a ride on.
Thanks, Richard. We are going to successfully do 10k in zone 1. So heart rate below, average heart rate well below 120 BPM for the whole hour. That's good. That's what you would want for an ultra. That's what you would want for a 100-mile run. And it's what you want when you want to go fast as well, because training in this zone is building all that mitochondria, which means more oxygen in your muscles and good transfer of oxygen to burn the glycogen, and efficient burning of glycogen to produce energy. Chest strap, Brian, did you not hear? I'm using the old Pioneer Stryd chest strap. So that power that you can see at the bottom right there is coming from the power meter in the chest strap. Just thought it'd be fun to try it out. Haven't used it for years. But I'm also timing the run on my watch using the Stryd foot pod and optical heart rate. So I'm going to have the same run with 2 different heart rates and 2 different power meters to compare. quiet now to the end. 2 minutes. Well, I don't know, Ryan. Zone 1 for me. It doesn't matter it doesn't matter what zone you think it is, does it? It's average heart rate of below 120. So, I mean, I don't know how do you legitimately work them out? I know my max heart rate approximately, but I don't know it exactly. I'd have to go to a gym, wouldn't I? Oh, I'm supposed to be being quiet. You got me talking, Ryan. "30 seconds. Okay, so I've stopped my watch at 1 hour 20 seconds and the Zwift has stopped at 1 hour 20 seconds as well. 10.02 kilometers. Do you know what? I really hate it when it does that, actually. Okay, let's find some pictures to save. That one will do. Okay, love that one as well then. Right, done. Let's save that. Okay, I'll be back on tonight for Monday Run Club. Thank you for your chat, everybody. Twitch bots, yeah, I know. I've got to get rid of them. Well, actually, no, it's all right. I very rarely get them, but I've got a couple at the end here. But there we are. Not to worry. Right, take care, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Sorry it was very boring, but that's just what I do sometimes. Is boring runs, data collection. Thanks, Clive says well done, and Richard says nice run, buddy. Cheers. I will see you guys tonight at 6:30 for Monday Run Club. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.